Do it to it there, Medoobler.
Caffeinated word on Spreaker.
We are on speaker.
Spreaker. Hey, here we are.
Hey,
are we on?
Good
hey, we're on.
morning. We made it before 12 today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know Cody hasn't seen the movie, but there's a movie, Good Morning Vietnam, with Robin Williams.
No.
He'll get on there and say, Good morning, Vietnam!
Dude, this is America.
Yeah, but it's a good movie. It's about, Vietnam.
Ooh.
And a radio guy. And Robin Williams. So you put those three together, you got a...
I don't know who that is.
What, the Vietnam War?
No. The Robin...
Radio?
Williams dude.
Oh, you don't know who Robin Williams is?
Who is Robin Williams?
Are you serious?
Dead straight serious.
You've never seen Mrs. Doubtfire?
I've heard of it.
What?
Captain Hook.
Oh, Captain Hook? Have you seen Captain Hook?
No.
You don't know who Robin Williams is? The guy that he committed suicide a few years ago?
No.
Comedian, hilarious.
Robin Williams.
Anyway, sorry folks.
Yeah. This got kind of awkward.
I'm
for
a dork,
one
dork,
of us.
dork. I'm a dork. Yes, he is. Joel, pick up your guitar. We can make a song out of that.
We're gonna make a song today.
Yeah, we should make a song. Joel,
Woo! Hey,
pick up that guitar. We want to hear some country. Hey, welcome everybody.
comment down below if you want us to write a song today. Maybe we might.
I don't know,
do
Joel.
that.
Why don't you pick up your guitar and give us some country
Let's
strums?
see what the people want.
The people want.
What do the people want?
Hey, you know what's cool? One of the ladies that goes to our church, Christine, she's like, "What's going on? You guys haven't done the caffeinated word in a while. I'm missing it."
Oh, people are missing us.
I said it's Cody's fault.
Woo! Actually, yeah, it is.
No, actually.
Well, what
was last weekend?
So last weekend,
camp.
the camp. What was the week before?
Me.
You.
I just got out of the hospital.
Oh yeah.
What?
So,
We're dead.
and so we 3 weeks ago was the last time we met. This is we've seen each other between now and then, but so yeah,
Since we've done
3 weeks ago was the last podcast. That is terrible, dude. And 3 weeks ago we were like, yeah, so we're gonna start posting twice a week. It's gonna be great. And then no one has heard from us
not
for
so much.
2 weeks. Yeah. So but I do have another podcast coming soon. Just another episode, not a separate podcast. We got another episode that I'll be posting probably later this week, and we're going to talk about some of what that podcast is going to be about today. We're going to get
conference.
to the conference. Yeah, so
Camp
conference. It is the CCCA conference.
Did you meet anybody from Iowa out there?
Someone was there from Iowa.
Bald guy? Glasses?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think they were asking where people were from, and I remember hearing someone say Iowa.
Woohoo!
And immediately I'm like, I have about that much of a connection to Iowa, and that's you.
More than that. Aren't we brothers? Just that much?
Of course, I do look around the room, and you got a lot of Iowa stuff. So I guess I'm, yeah.
that hurts.
You.
See, he doesn't know much,
I don't
but
even
at least
know
he
what
knows
that
that.
is. Is that like tennis or something?
Oh, yeah. It's college tennis.
Dude. Oh, before we get to the conference, I am so excited about this, all right? So
And you can't hide it.
I can't hide it!
I know. Oh, go ahead.
All right, so 3 weeks ago, when we last did the podcast, we were at your house, and you had the XFL playing.
Yeah.
I heard someone else talking about XFL, and I knew what it was.
And you're able to
I was like, I know
bit?
what that is! And Cora goes, it's only because you were at Gary's. I'm like, shut up, I know.
You guys are hilarious together.
Who?
You and your wife.
Why?
Well, folks, when they were dating, and before they got married, they got engaged, they're all like, Love is in the air. Do-wop-biddy-da-da. Now it's like, love stinks. Yeah.
Oh man, we
No,
do
it's not
love
that
each
bad.
other.
I'm just-
we love each other.
I'm just kidding,
We crossed that as they like to say, that honeymoon period very quickly.
Well, when you have a kid,
Oh yeah, that helps a lot
that changes.
too. You know, it's more like, now you're an idiot. You're an idiot too. All right.
Love you.
What do you want for breakfast? Yeah. It's great. It's awesome. Love you if you're watching.
Yes, he does. Love is in the air.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Hey, guess what today is?
what
If you live in South Carolina, you are having a primary in South Carolina. The Democratic Party is voting for the next president leader.
Oh, it's great. Yeah,
Dang
so that's
it.
today.
Yeah,
Wow.
Bernie Sanders
Woo!
And,
Feel the burn.
and Joe Biden.
Oh. Hey, did you watch the Democratic debate?
Yes, I thought it was spicy. I
didn't watch it live, but so I'm on YouTube searching all these. No one seems to have just a nice clip of the whole thing. It's all everyone's chopped up crap of it. But so I watched a bunch of different chopped up pieces. I'm like, I think I got majority of what happened, which was that was the whole thing.
It was like watching a car crash. You couldn't
Over
stop.
and over.
You couldn't stop. I started watching. I was like, I'll just watch a few minutes, and I watched an
was
hour and a
terrible.
half. I watched almost the whole thing.
Oh my goodness!
Because it was like,
I'm so sorry.
all of a sudden, Joe Biden came out of nowhere in this debate, and I think he realized that
I'm gonna talk.
I think he realized he had to wake up, and he's like, "No, you interrupted me. I get to talk." Okay,
Look out!
it's
that was great.
It's like your drunk uncle,
Yeah,
he gets
sure.
all all brave when he
yeah.
had a little bourbon in him.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
not saying Joe Biden's a drunk uncle, but
No,
not judging, just saying.
you knew a friend.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it was like when you're watching the news, and in the middle of winter, and you see somewhere out where they're getting a lot of snow. There's a 30-car pile up. The news people are on the scene. You still see people come sliding in. Oh boy! Oh boy! What do we got?
So, Dad, Chris Bryant. Congratulations.
We now interrupt this program.
Special breaking news, yes.
Oh boy!
Special breaking news from the Cubs newsroom. Yes, do you know who the Cubs are?
They're a baseball team.
Yes, from Chicago.
Chicago
Yes.
Bears.
Cubs.
Bear Cubs.
Bear Cubs.
Yeah.
Chicago Cubs. Chris Bryant, who's
Woo!
one of their
Yeah.
star players, is going to be a dad
Woo!
during spring training.
Oh boy. That poor fella is gonna miss a lot of sleep.
No, he's on the road now until...
On the road again.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're everywhere today.
I'm
So
sorry.
anyway, politics.
Yeah. It was.
I'm probably showing where I lean. But anyway, the Democratic debate was very fiery.
Oh yeah.
And I really like the lady from Minnesota. She's the only one that raised her hand a few debates ago that said that she would have a problem with a socialist
Oh yeah.
being president.
Who's this?
The lady from Minnesota, I can't remember her name.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about. Which one? Yeah. It was crazy, and I've listened to a lot of analytics on it as well, and I don't want to say who won.
Do they say who won?
Trump.
Okay, but besides, for the Democrats, who won?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not Trump.
I don't know who
Trump
won
isn't running for the Democratic ticket.
So, a lot of like critics on the thing, even Democratic critics I've seen say this too. They're like, the only person that actually won the debate was Trump, because everyone just shot each other down so much that like the only one coming out ahead was the one not in their party.
Well, I lean more towards conservative Republican.
Right.
I'm more middle of the road than I've ever been. I don't really usually publicly say stuff because I don't want to divide with Christianity. Because
I agree.
In the Christian church for many years, people were kind of like, if you're a Christian, you must be a Republican.
Yeah, automatically.
Well, now the guy from my names, I'm just having a hard time remembering. The guy from Indiana, the mayor of Indianapolis.
I don't know.
What's his name, Joel?
What's that?
What's the guy's name from Indianapolis? The mayor.
If someone's watching, you need to like help us out. Get on.
The mayor?
Yeah.
Get on the
Buttigieg?
Buttigieg.
What is it?
Buttigieg?
Buttigieg.
Homosexual?
Yeah.
Basically, Buttigieg.
He was saying that.
He was basically saying that Christians should.
Oh,
if you're a
boy.
true Christian, you don't vote. You can't vote for Trump.
He was saying if you're a Christian, you can't vote for Trump.
Correct.
Interesting.
What?
That is weird.
What is he doing?
Dude, I don't know.
What, Joel?
He said you would go to hell.
Oh, he said you'd go to hell if you voted for Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a steamy statement to say.
I think it's wrong for Christians to say you have to be Republican, and I think it's wrong to say if you vote for a certain person, then you're going to hell.
Yeah.
I think those are
That's crazy.
wrong things.
Yeah. There are believers that are democratic.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't make them any less of a believer.
No.
It might make them wrong, but
Well,
I'm kidding.
The thing that I've
No.
noticed with people who are believers who vote for Democrat, they really believe in the whole idea of what Jesus says is giving to the needy, helping those out, having compassion and love.
Yeah.
And the flip side, the Republican conservative would say we shouldn't be forced to give. We should be free. We should freely give.
Oh, yeah.
Cool story. Try to get up myself out of the politics. Sorry, I feel bad I brought that up. Because in no way
We're going to go down a hole.
In no way want people to stop watching because they disagree with our politics.
I agree. So please hang on.
Yes. So I'm going to switch to a church in Ohio. Did you hear about this?
No.
They canceled out like $43 million worth of doctor debt for people in Ohio, Kentucky, and I think Indiana.
That's crazy.
This megachurch.
42 million.
43.
Wow.
And they just,
That's
I
a lot
think
of
they
millions.
randomly just pick people and touching a lot of lives. So a lot of times, it's easy to pick on churches in the Christian world because we have our standards and we don't ever meet up to it.
Yeah.
Here's a church that's practicing what they preach. And
That's
I'm not
awesome.
a huge fan of megachurches, but man, if megachurches do that, then bring it on.
Oh,
If
yeah.
that's your mission, $43 million. First of all, I don't even know how a church has that much money.
That's incredible.
But second of all, to take that money and give it to people that you don't even know,
Yeah.
and they're helping with the healthcare crisis. If you want to help with the healthcare crisis, that's what you do.
Yeah. Well, you got you got a lot of people that are critical of the mega church and like, oh, that's wrong. You know, if you're a mega church, if you're going to a mega church,
I'm
you're
one
not
of
a real
them.
believer.
I don't go that far, but
You know, but there's. I'm not saying the mega church is the way to go. I'm not saying it's not the way to go. But I mean, here's I think a good example. I'm for a mega church that is attempting to do their best at doing right, and I think that sounds like a pretty Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that if you're a megachurch, the only way to become right in someone's eyes is to give away millions in doctor debt. But I mean, they're realizing that they have the ability to pull in some massive income, and they can bless a lot of people with it.
And it's awesome because news outlets are sharing it. I first saw it on Fox News,
great.
Of course. They usually are the first ones to do that.
Yeah.
But I think MSN and other outlets have grabbed it.
Yeah.
And we should highlight that to say, good job, guys. I wish I knew the church's name. I forget. But good job. Way to go.
A lot of times the church only ends up in the media because the pastor, did something sexually wrong, or, there was a shooting at it. That's a
they
common
hate
one.
a certain group of people.
Yeah.
And they make the news, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. And
which
so
we do not endorse. I can speak for Cody, I think, on this. We not endorse the hate speech that certain churches do.
Yeah.
Growing up in 98, 99, my church, growing up, got picketed in Ames, Iowa. Because this group came to picket Iowa State graduation and picket another church that was allowing a homosexual minister to stay. Oh, yeah. So they were picketing, but it was hateful.
Yeah.
And so my pastor wrote a letter saying, please don't come. And a couple other pastors jumped on it. Yeah. Well, they picketed those churches that said, you're going to make things worse.
Yeah. Yeah. That's terrible. All through Scripture, especially, Jesus really hit home on it, is he displayed a lot more love and compassion than harshness and, I mean...
Who did he pick as followers? Who did he pick? Who was the 12 disciples?
Scummiest, no, I don't want to say scummiest, but like the dirty people.
Tax collector?
Yeah, they weren't like...
Fishermen?
They are a rough crowd. That's they weren't all high in education. They were groups of people that weren't like tax collectors, especially.
See, Jesus went opposite. So in that world, it was the Pharisees and Sadducees. It was the rulers of the Israelites, the rulers of the time. The Pharisees were way up there spiritually, and the Sadducees, people thought. And so you would think you come into an area and he would focus on the religious teachers and the politicians.
Right.
Like Nicodemus was a religious leader and he was high in politics. He came to Jesus at night because he didn't want to get a backlash on him.
Yeah. Now,
here's an interesting fact about Nicodemus. Maybe you already know this. And if you went and saw the the play that Sight and Sound does, it's called Jesus. And they had Nicodemus throughout the whole play. And I kept saying, why is Nicodemus in the whole play? Well, apparently I can't read. Because there are certain things in the Bible we all miss. I missed the fact that Nicodemus was one of the guys that put Jesus' body into the tomb. In the end of John, you see that Nicodemus was there.
Right.
And so it looks like it's indicated that he got saved through the process in his life.
Right.
And I never... Did you know that?
No.
I was like... I've been studying. I was going to do that this Sunday. I was going to talk about Nicodemus and Jesus' conversation, but I'm putting that back a week, and I'm talking about Jesus choosing his followers, his disciples, and then him choosing the 12.
I like it.
Because we're going through the life of Jesus. We started last week called Walking with Jesus. Do we have a comment or something?
Duck Sakes says go Cubs.
Who's Duck Sakes? Is that...
I have no idea.
I bet that's Joel Eaches.
That might be.
Yeah, it seems like a Joel Eaches name.
That does seem like one. Go Cubs!
Go Cubs!
Woo! Yeah. So...
Anyway,
I like
Walking with Jesus, and it's going to be like, we started last week and we're doing it till the end of May.
Awesome.
And we're doing the harmony.
April, May. Yeah, okay.
We're doing the harmony of the Gospels.
Sweet.
So, trying to hit kind of in order his life and ministry.
Okay. So you're
and-
going to be jumping around like you're are you chronologically going through his
Yes.
life? And so you're going to be hitting Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John,
Right.
and pretty much each week almost. Maybe not all four.
So last
but,
week we started out. I started out with his temptation.
Yeah.
And so that's the start of his ministry.
Right.
Was the temptation in the desert. Before that was the baptism. I touched a little bit on it. But we do a lot of talking about his birth.
Okay.
And we do a lot of talking about his baptism.
Right.
But we don't always talk as much as we should about the temptation. And that
Yeah.
went well because Lent started Wednesday.
Right.
And the whole idea of fasting is a part of Lent. So why do we fast? Why do we do those things?
Yeah.
That was a big part of the message.
Can we touch on that some?
Yeah.
So,
go ahead.
Keep America Great. Oh my goodness, he's rolling them off. So, my wife got a message from someone asking about Lent, right? And so she's asking me for what do I think, and this kind of, so it was a good talking point for us. But she's like, this is what I think, and I'm like, yeah, I think you're there. Have at it. I don't think you need to consult me with every message you're giving back and forth to this person. You're on the right track. Good job, babe. And so this person was asking if you have to be a believer to participate in Lent. And I'm like, this is, we try and probably come, you do a better job at this than I do, because you go, self, you might be thinking self, and pose a question. You do a pretty good job of trying to, I think, pose questions that they might be thinking, and then answer them. And this is one that I don't know that I would have thought of, can you participate in Lent if you're not a believer? And or this person said Christian, right? And so my wife, I think, tried to do her best to explain that in a very compassionate way. We wanted to take this serious, that if you participate in Lent and you aren't a believer or you aren't a Christian, it's none other than the equivalent of a New Year's resolution.
It's a religious activity.
Yeah. And this person seemed to be kind of getting at that she wasn't even participating in it for the religious side of it. Just like maybe she just liked the idea of giving up something, to feel good about yourself, be healthier. And so the way I saw it is if you're from the angle I saw this person coming from is you're just kind of, for the most part, creating yourself a New Year's resolution 2 months late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do this, but it's for a period of 40 days, right?
Yeah, not including Sundays. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, but so at the end of this conversation, Cora has explained the purpose of Lent and fasting. I think she did a good job of that. And at the end of it, the person goes, so I can participate, right? And at this point, I think, I don't know the whole conversation that they had, but I'm thinking the wife was just like, sure. The question was posed at the beginning. They talked about it. Cora explained the purpose of Lent, the purpose of fasting. It's not just giving up something. The idea of it is you give up something and you replace that time, because it's not giving up something for the sake of being healthy. It's not giving up something for the sake of feeling good. It's giving up something that took up time, and you're going to replace that with spending time with Jesus. And
yeah, and that is the point that I made last week.
Yeah.
Our word. I
yeah.
don't know if I told you our word. Our word for Lent. I don't know if people do this, but I did it. The word for us as a church during the Lent season is more.
Yeah.
More. We want more Jesus. That's the whole point, like you said, of doing Lent.
Yeah.
It's not just a religious activity. So are we gonna stop it and start it again?
Yeah, we'll take a 5-minute intermission.
And then we'll start with Lent again.
All right.
This is a good subject. Because I think it would be good to explain it.
Yeah.
Because we participated in Ash Wednesday.
Okay.
First time I've ever done that.
Really?
And
That's great.
many reasons. I'll explain it next video.
Excellent.
But we had someone question it in our group chat for the church. And it was interesting because if you're not an active member or a regular attender, and you just kind of stop coming, and then there's something new, you're going to have questions like, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
So if you miss like the lead up to it, and then all of a sudden, hey, we had this service. What? We've never done that.
Yeah.
Protestant churches aren't supposed to do that. Well, it was a great service.
Awesome.
It was very spirit-led. It was
Awesome.
a great night. So anyway,
That's good.
this is the end of part 1 of episode 8.
Yeah. So
Bad dad jokes for days. We
We're-
haven't told any dad jokes.
we're gonna get to them in part 2. I messaged Gary. I'm like, you gotta have some dad jokes, and then come to find out he doesn't know what they are.
I didn't even know what they were.
So
I have them.
If you're not familiar, what we're
I
gonna
just thought
do?
they were bad jokes.
Bad jokes.
Not
Dad
jokes.
Dad jokes is probably just a nicer way of saying bad jokes,
Then why not just say bad jokes?
because dad jokes sounds better.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It makes me feel old.
You are old.
Stop it.
So this is part 1. We're gonna take a 5-minute intermission, and you can catch part 2 live. But if you don't catch it live, you're not gonna catch it till Wednesday. So,
Well, but you'll catch the whole thing on
Spreaker.
Spreaker.
Dude, you're giving away secrets.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, we also have a Spreaker page, so
If you want
be
to,
sure to
if you want to
check
just hear
that
us, because our mothers both told us we have good faces for radio.
Yeah, yours especially.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I gotta go potty. Can we stop this?
All right. Yeah. We'll see you in 5.